Mama? That's a Mama. I'm not shooting Mama. There should be another one in there. That first one that came down. Yes. Ready? Yep.
Tell them what you were doing. I started mimicking the way that you're presenting the bait. That's just a nice... You can see him back there. He was actually feeding on that carrion there.
Welcome to A Sportsman's Life. We're so glad you tuned in to join us for another exciting real-world outdoor adventure right here on A Sportsman's Life. All right, Si's getting out the big guns. We are headed out. Beautiful Saturday morning here at the ranch. We're going to see if we can't get on a hog. Let's go get one this morning. You ready to go get one?
Ready.
Let's do it. Aim straight, buddy. Let's get one.
Anytime you're ready. No big ones. Yeah, pick a big one. Try not to get Mama. That's a Mama. I would not shoot Mama. There should be another one in there. That first one that came down. Yes. There's one to the right there. It just went in behind. Where in the hell did they go? He'll come back. There we go. One's coming out of the thing. Yeah. Is that Mama? Look closely. He's not very big. Oh, this one. Yeah, this other one. That's... Yeah. Right. That one looking at us right there. Sideways shoot. That one? Yeah. Is that Mama? Oh, that's Mama. Yeah, there's one under the feeder that's big. That's the one you want. Under the cedar tree. Under the feeder. Right under the feeder. You better shoot. Oh. Well, we are back from sitting in the buggy blind this morning. Hogs came right past us, a bunch of piglets and a Mama. Si was having a difficult time trying to figure out which one was Mama. So he did not get a shot, so we moved. They have not hit this feeder yet, so I'm going to sit here and give it 30 minutes and maybe one will show. We should have had one out of that group. But that's hunting. Beautiful morning here at the Buck and Bass Ranch. Glad you could join us. All right, well, Si and I are heading down to the creek blind in pursuit of hogs. We've had no luck so far, but we had little piglets come in with Mama, and Si was not going to shoot Mama, so all good. Let's go get a young one. Let's go find maybe a sow, a boar, something that's maybe 100, 150 pounds. What do you think?
Sounds great.
We are settled in. Turn on the air conditioner. Yeah, exactly. A little humid in here, folks, but we're going to sit tight tonight. Hopefully we'll have some hogs come in. So we are right down behind us is the creek that runs and feeds into Lake Fork, and we are down here at the creek blind hunting with Cy. So maybe we'll get on one. We're just going to sit and enjoy the evening, right?
Right.
Yeah. All right. Stay tuned, folks, and maybe we'll get one on the ground here. Cy has open sights, so he's doing it the old-fashioned way. No scopes. All right. Let the games begin.
This is a great location.
That's beautiful. So, look at the redbirds. Of course, we move and the hogs show up where we were, but isn't that how it always is when you go hunting? All right, we're holding tight. I think we'll get one.
Brought to you by Dallas Safari Club, Conservation, Education, and Hunter Advocacy. Hornaday, accurate, deadly, dependable. Taurus Firearms, maker of the Raging Hunter. Stealth Vision, high-tech, precision-driven equipment tailored for the modern hunter.
Take it super slow, dude. Super slow. Dude, you're looking right at me. Don't move. Don't move. These super spooky. Oh, shit. Don't move.
Now, get your gun up and point it right there real quick. Come right back down.
Don't move. Ready?
Yep. Well, that happened fast, huh?
Yeah.
He was very skittish. Looked like a young boar.
Yeah, I think I might have been a little bit far back. I mean, well, things are looking up.
Yeah, let's give this guy maybe 10 or 15 minutes, and then I'm going to take a walk just to see if we have any blood on the ground over there.
Okay.
I think Cy hit it good. I thought I heard it crash. It's one of those things that when you shoot, you listen.
I didn't think he was going to get back up.
You never know. But then again, I heard him crash, so that might be a good thing. Anyway, stay tuned. We'll see what we can find. But I'm going to wait 15 or 20 minutes before I walk over there and look. You never know, something else might show up. Well, we found it. a nice hefty sow, and I tell you what, this one will be good eating. Problem is it's pretty far back in here, so we're gonna have to try to figure out a way to get back in here and get him. All right, there you go, folks. Whew. Congratulations, Cy, you got a nice hog. All right, let me go back and get him because he has no idea this is down. Let's take another look. Well, Cy, what do you think?
Well, I think I better unload my gun.
Yep, unload it, and I mean, we are in the thickest of thick, folks. Look at this.
Yeah, we are in the jungle.
It doesn't get any thicker than this. Not kidding. But we found her, and we're gonna get a few pictures and then cut up some backstrap and some ham, and so I can take back some meat to Kansas City. All right, Ty. Well, I sure appreciate you coming down from Kansas City to join me and spend an evening or two in the blind. Nice hog.
I appreciate the trip. We were in the jungle. I didn't realize you were going to be in the jungle.
Yeah, we are in the jungle. There's no getting her out of here. I mean, folks, you just saw how thick it is in here. It's just insane.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we're prepared. We got a knife and we got some baggies. We're gonna do some quick cuts, and we're gonna take some pork back to camp. And Si, you'll be able to take that home with you. That's be some good pork to put in the smoker. So, all right, congratulations, my friend.
All right, thank you.
All right, let's get him cleaned up.
Okay.
How about that on a fly rod?
All right.
In there. Nice. Looky there.
All right. Yeah. I switched to a little white tail and caught him right on the edge. I mean, he almost came up on the bank. I don't know if I've ever caught one that close before. But
Beautiful little fish.
ooh, look at that big. He's so big. Look at that. Right.
Nice job.
Yeah. And look how I hooked him. Barely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, he wants to go back to his family.
Yep. We'll let him go, and we've each caught a fish.
I did.
It's been a great time, huh? Have you had a good time?
Oh, great time. It's got to visit a jungle looking for a hog. Scared to death.
Well, we found him.
Yeah.
Her. But you're taking home some pork, and
Yeah.
you'll have to come back and do this again, huh?
Okay.
You want to let him go?
Goodbye. Go back to Mama.
Bloop.
All right. That's the way to do it.
All right.
A Sportsman's Life is also brought to you by Mossberg, American built, American strong. The YO Steakhouse, Catch and Release Apparel, AGM Global Vision, your go-to for thermal hunting scopes and spotters. Pyramid Air, your one-stop shop for everything air guns.
Hello sports fans, it's Bill, the old man at Striper Express, with your fishing tip this week on Sportsman's Life. Summer is here. You're going to see this in the second week of June. It's getting too hot to fish? Not the way we do it. Here's what we do. You're going to board our boats at Mill Creek Marina at 5:30 a.m. Your guide's going to run roughly 10 miles to find the first school of surfacing fish. That is Texoma topwater. Summertime action, big schooling, busting fish. So you're going to throw topwaters for an hour, 2 hours, depending on your cloud cover. And then they're going to sound. They stay grouped up in big schools. And then we follow them with our electronics and we rip slabs. Just start bumping the boat, ripping slabs. Boom! They hit it so hard, wrap that rod against that boat. It's just awesome. And you can be doing that for another hour, 2 hours. And then you're going to be catching and then you're not. What's going on is the fish are done. They're going to take a siesta on you. So when it's unanimous on the boat, get some wind in your face. You can be 20 miles from the marina. Get back to the harbor. Have your guide clean your catch. Shake hands. Take pictures. Shake hands. And go find some air. It is warming up quick, and you won't know it's hot till you hit land. But we're doing all this in late morning. We're going to get your fish clean, get your fish caught, and that's the way we do it. So it's not too hot to fish the way we do it. So come on up, come on down, and go catch a fish.
If you're looking for the best way to bring game to the table, check out Vineyard Max Deer Products at vineyardmax.net or find them on Instagram and Facebook.
Folks, we are out at beautiful Lake Ray Hubbard, a lake I fished most of my adult life. Brandon Sargent right here. You got, bring him on in, Brandon. I see that rod bent. Yeah. Lead Slinger's Guide Service. We're going to give you a fishing tip from the water this week. And there definitely, technique has definitely been involved. Come up this way a little closer, Brandon, if you will. We'll try to get out of the wind. There you go. That's a nice one.
Very nice one.
We've caught a ton. And honestly, folks, Brandon caught about 12 to my 1 in the beginning. And I was, what's going on here? What, you know, I caught a sand bass once in my life. What's happening? Tell them what you were doing. I started mimicking the way that you're presenting the bait. That's just a nice, 2 really good fillets right there.
Very nice, Sam.
Brandon, you were, of course, looking at the sonar, you know, and marking a lot of fish. I was not catching any. You were hitting bottom, and then what? How did you do it?
Just doing baby jigs all the way back up about 10 feet.
That's it. And you'd sometimes, folks, he would have his hand up over his head. But show us that little, just a little twitching.
Look, I'll give you an example.
This, believe it or not, friends, this, yeah, here's the way, this meant the whole, the difference between catching and not catching right here. Yeah, okay, go ahead, Brandon. So, fall into the bottom. He's contacted bottom, I think, pretty close. Lock the reel down, and then here's the trick. Those little, as Brandon says, baby twitches. And when the rod tip gets up to the top, just slowly let it fall. And some of those strikes were coming on the fall, weren't they, Brandon?
Yep, right on the fall.
Right on the fall. Very good tip for you white bass fishermen. And these fish, you see what we're doing. Very good tip for white bass fishermen. The fish are on the bottom, but we have watched them on live scope, and they do like something about when that bait comes up, isn't it, Brandon?
Yep.
They want to follow it.
Comes up, man, they nail it every time almost, or right on the fall as soon as it hits the bottom.
Yep, yep. Well, we've got, I don't know, we've got close to 2 limits. The cooler's about a bunch of them in that. You saw the ones on the floor. Well, Brandon, hit it again. We'll just keep going. I can't stop this. this camera when this fishing action is as good. But
Show the floor.
yeah, I did. I showed the floor, and this is your side. I mean, we can fish everywhere. We got a cooler. I'll just show you here.
Show them that side.
Oh yes, I showed them that side. Our problem is the wind. Brandon, Lead Slingers Guide Service, right, buddy? Tell them how to find you, you know.
You can go to the website at texasleadslingers.com, or you can check us out on Facebook.
All right, it's pretty easy to find. Lead Slingers Guide Service. Ray Hubbard, and we are fishing now, honestly, folks, over there's some trees out here that I used to hunt squirrels out of before this lake filled back in the 60s. This place has got a lot of special memories, had a lot of fun. Had a lot of fun fishing with Brandon, too. Thank you, buddy. I think it's time to get a fillet knife out. What do you think?
Let's call it a day.
Folks, we are back at the dock here. Brandon, this is a pile of fish, man. Out on the water, we kind of gave some tips. The wind was pretty bad. But the bottom line is, Brandon, is getting down on bottom, like you showed it in the video, and just working slowly up.
Baby jigs.
Baby
That's all it takes.
Baby jig, that might be a new fisherman's term. But with these, I tell you, these things are the best eating size.
Can't go wrong there.
You cannot go wrong. So we're gonna turn these into some fillets. Folks, we've got a lot more coming up in our show, so stay tuned. Brandon Sargent,
Texas Lead Slingers, or you can go to Facebook and check us out.
Texas Lead Slingers. Stay with us, folks. We got a lot more coming up. Folks, this is Luke Clayton. Come along with me on a quick coyote hunt. Actually, a walk in the woods that turned into a coyote hunt. My intent was to walk down the trail. There's a dead cow that a buddy of mine, a neighbor that raises cattle, had a cow that died, and they pulled it back in the woods. And a few days, it's all bones and hide because of the buzzards and predators. But when you see buzzards back in the woods or anywhere, a congregation of them, chances are good they're feeding on something. And so I walked back, and you can see all these buzzards. There must have been 50 of them. So I started filming them. The reason I'm doing a voiceover is I was real sneaky back in there. I had to be real quiet, you know, because I thought maybe, just maybe, even in mid-morning there would be a coyote back there. Well, back in the brush I saw that brown movement. There was a coyote. You can see him back there. He was actually feeding on that carrion there. So that the 6.5 PRC, I had it loaded. I always use Hornady ammo, but I had it the 143 ELDX, which is not exactly predator ammo. it's more for a boar or a hog or you know a deer or something that size. But we made a shot. We removed one more coyote, and I'm quite sure we probably saved a fawn or three in this deal. So hope you enjoy our little video, quick one here. But the moral of this story is, when you have an opportunity to remove a coyote, you better do it, because nothing else in the ecosystem right now is going to take care of them but us. Well, folks, I just shot that coyote. We're going to go over and take a look. Using my stealth vision, this is an awesome scope. And my CVA 6.5 PRC Cascade rifle in 6.5 PRC. Awesome caliber, awesome rifle, awesome scope. Now let's go look at this coyote. Wish I could have got that on film, but you did see the coyote. And then by the time I get these shooting sticks down, how about my makeshift shooting sticks, by the way? After I got them down and I had to put the camera, I actually hung the camera right here on the end of the shooting sticks, got the rifle up when the coyote was gnawing on that carcass, and made the shot. Let's go take a look. Probably saw all the vultures. That was my tip-off. Another good tip-off is when you're out hunting and you see a bunch of vultures, a bunch of them, chances are pretty doggone good they've got something that they're eating on. I don't want to get too graphic with this old deceased bovine, but there's our coyote. We'll get up there and take a look. I'll try not to show you too much of what he was eating on, but kill more coyotes. Folks, this segment was brought to us by Gearhead Archery, Smoke Intex Electric Smokers, Snaplock Hunting Blinds, YO Ranch Headquarters, Ultramatic Feeders, and Catfish Pro. Tune in next week for some more real-world outdoor adventures right here on A Sportsman's Life.